Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Libra for the first half of August 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading. Let's just get started with our Libras. What do we have going on in the beginning of August? First half or so for our Libras. Queen of Cups. Let's just hold on a minute and we'll get one more card and then I will talk about that and Judgment. Okay. The Queen of Cups is extremely nurturing. She's very loving. Everybody really likes her. The one thing about her, and in this particular situation I want to show you in this deck, look at her face. Does she look really happy? I mean, I get that she's like the nurturer and the perfect mother and she's all of those things. She looks exhausted to me, and I think Libra, all I can say here is that your self-care is extremely important in this first 2 weeks of August. You cannot be everything to everyone, and Judgment is like you have done all you can do. It's all out on the table. You have pleased your last person, okay? There's nothing left. And even if you don't notice it yet, my guess is that you probably do notice it, but if you don't notice it yet, you will. It will hit you like a ton of bricks that you're like, whoa, if one more person needs one more thing from me, I'm going to scream. I think it's really important in these first 2 weeks to focus on your self-care. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to go and spend thousands of dollars on spa treatments. If you can, hey, do it. But if self-care to you is spending, an afternoon at Starbucks reading a book alone, fine. Or if it's walking around the mall or going to the gym, whatever it is that you do that kind of just gives you that break and is just only for you, it's not for any other benefit but you, that's where you're going to want to focus. Like I said, you've done all you can do. Like it's out. You've done the best you can do. You've given whatever you've had to give, and it's done. You do have the Knight of Swords coming up here, and the Knight of Swords, Knights are bringers of energy, and this is mental energy. So what I'm thinking here is that you are just mentally exhausted. Just mentally exhausted, and this is like the the like flaming arrow in this like in front of you that's like hello. It's the sign that says, listen, you can't take one more step. That's it. This is the time. You need to kind of use your brain here, and you're a Libra, so you are an air sign. You are the swords. It's time to look at this logically and realize, okay, I can't do everything for everyone. I can't be everything for everyone. And like I said, it's all out there. You've done what you can do. Time for self-care. I love this. You have the Two of Wands with this Judgment card. Like I said, you've done all you can do, and now you're moving on. The Two of Wands is about making short-term plans. So these first couple of weeks of August is all we're asking for. In these first 2 weeks, just kind of make some plans to take care of yourself. It doesn't have to be anything grand. I'm not saying go away to an island for 2 weeks. I mean, like I said, if you can, do it. But even if it's just making a couple of dates with yourself to do some things that you need to do. Maybe you need to go to the dentist. Maybe you need to go to the doctor. Maybe you need to get your hair done. I don't know. Whatever it is you need to do. You need to go to the gym. You want to go to the gym. You want to go have lunch with your best friend. Do whatever it is that you want to do, but make sure that you make some plans in these first 2 weeks to take care of yourself. And we have the Sun. Okay, I'm just thinking that once you make those plans, everything just kind of turns around and you get that whole brand new day experience. Like you immediately are going to feel like, okay, I can handle this. I can handle this. I can deal. I think sometimes we get overwhelmed little by little by little until we realize, oh my gosh, I can't function anymore. And that can be kind of what was going on here. Okay, you've got the Sun and the Moon. My thought is, this is referring to the self-care issue. If, let's say, you plan 3 or 4 self-care moments for yourself and you do one and you're like, I feel great, I'll cancel the other ones. No, things are not always as they seem. If you planned 4, blocks of self-care for yourself, you need to take all of those. Don't just say, okay, well, I feel a little bit better, I'll cancel everything and I'll go back to taking care of everybody else. Things are not always as they seem, and this will be short-lived if you don't follow through. That's what I want to say. You need to follow through. You need to really pay attention, because you wouldn't, if you schedule those things for yourself, you wouldn't have scheduled them if you don't need them. Do you know what I'm saying? So just because you feel a little bit better doesn't mean that you've gotten enough rest and enough care. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, I love this one. You have the Three of Cups. This is saying, take some time and vibe with your tribe, okay? Get out and connect with some of your girlfriends, some of your family members, whoever it is that makes you feel like this. Like, see how they're all happy and huggy and kind of like jumping around. And I know you're an air sign, so like I'm an air sign. You're like kind of up in your head and you're like, that sounds really weird and I don't want to do that. But you know what? Put yourself out there and do that, because that is really going to make you feel so much better. And you're going to be like, why did I wait so long to do this? You also have the world coming up here, a lot of major stuff going on. I think this self-care and this vibing with your tribe, and like I said, things are not always as they seem, so following through on the plans for self-care that you've made are going to open up a lot of different opportunities for you in that second part of August. So I think a well-rested you and a fulfilled and happy and connected you is going to do really great in the second half of August. So take that time, take good care of yourself. I'll be really interested to hear how this resonates with you. And please watch your moon and rising signs also, because this is just a general reading, so it will give you a little bit more info. All right? Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.